Alright guys and girls, welcome to another episode of Astral Auto Repairs. Can you dig it? Alright, check it out. You can see it's raining out here, and I got our super duper cart. If you check out an episode where I made this thing, so especially when I'm working on the rain. So actually, see, I can sit here and pop this hood, and I can work up on it, and I'm dry as anything. Alright, what we have here is a 2006? 2007. We got Sylvia back today. 2007 Jeep Grand Cherokee. And I with the 3.7, and I'm going to show you how to replace the alternator. All right, so I'm going to bring the camera in closer, get it out of the rain, and we're going to get right to it. Be right back. All right, guys and girls, here we go. The first thing we're going to do, we're going to get us a 10mm wrench. We're going to get us a 10mm wrench, and we're going to loosen up this to take off the negative terminal. Alright, so let me go get a 10mm wrench. And matter of fact, you see what's going on here, right? The whole thing was burning up. Custom called us up to replace it. That's all messed up, man. Dang, look at that. Alright, so we're going to back that cover off of there. Wow. Alright, be right back. Alright, here we go. Got a 10mm wrench. And what we're going to do is just loosen this up. You don't have to take it off all the way. Once it's loose, twist it and pop that off. You just want to make sure that leans to the side and make sure it doesn't snap back and touch that battery. You do not want that. Now we took the cover off of here. Now what we have is a 13mm nut on the top. I'm going to go ahead and loosen that up right now. There we go. Loosen that up. Take the nut off of there. Put it up there, and we can take the wire off and lean it right to the side. Don't pull it too much because we still got the plug back there on the alternator. Alright, the next thing we're going to do is let's take off this belt. What you need is a 15mm. I got a 15mm deep socket with my 3/8 drive ratchet, and it goes right there on the tensioner. And as you can see how I'm going clockwise, like I'm tightening, and the belt loosens. Now what we're going to do here is just loosen it up just enough to take it off of the alternator. Alright, don't have to take the whole belt off. So let's get this set right here. Okay, now I'm going tightening, and I'm just going to take it off of the alternator, and I'm going to let the rest of the belt just lay down. Alright, now let's get our sockets and get to that alternator. We'll be right back. Alright guys and girls, now what we got here, we got our 3 bolts holding in this alternator. We got one right here, here, and here. This one's a 13mm, this one's a 15, and this one's a 15. I'm going to back you up right here. Make sure you get a good look at this. Alright. So we're going to get our 3/8 drive air ratchet, and I got a 4-inch 3/8 drive extension with a 15mm shallow socket on it. On there. And I'm not going to hit the ratchet yet. I'm just going to break it loose, then take it. Alright. Take that bolt out. Alright. Now we got the one over here. Same thing, I'm going to break it loose. Okay. Now notice the one over here is longer than the one on the left is longer than the one on the right. So put them up just like that so I know. Now what I'm going to do is get my 13mm deep socket, hit the one back here. Okay, let's see if it's loose. Yeah, there it is. It's coming up. Now, on the one side over here, it's going into like a channel, so it's going to be difficult to try to like push that up, pick that up. But that's all you got to do is just, you can either wiggle it outdoor that way. Now sometimes this cover, the air breather, might get in the way and you might want to remove that. Matter of fact, for safety reasons, let's get that out of the way. Let's take our bolts, put them to the side, and let me go get a screwdriver and I'm right back. All right, let's get this thing out of the way. First thing we want to do, we got a clamp right here. So let's loosen up this clamp. Once you loosen that up, wiggle that thing off. Okay. Now on the back of the engine, on the back side, you got another clamp right there. Make sure that clamp is nice and loose. Okay. Let's see if this thing is going to wiggle out of there. Yeah, hold on. Let me put this camera down. Because it's sitting on two like grommets down there. So you just got to wiggle that thing out of there. There we go. All right. There. Okay. And we're going to lean that over to the side. Just like that. Now, I want you to watch out for something over here, because over here, you got your air temperature sensor right up under there. Now, if you want to disconnect that, that's all you got to do is push that little tab in and unplug it. That way, get the whole thing out. Oh, look, something been building a nest in there. Dang. All right, now we're back to our alternator. Now what we're gonna do is let's get this plug out of the way. See this plug right here? There's a little red tab in it, a little safety tab. Just get a. If you can pop that with your finger, you can. But if not, get a flat screwdriver and pop that thing back just like that. Squeeze the tab right there and unplug it. All right. Now we lean that to the side, and as you can see, our alternator, you just gotta keep on wiggling that until we go up there. Now what you can do is use a big screwdriver and prop against the compressor and pick that up. What I'm gonna try to do, I'm gonna try to wiggle it out first before I have to get a screwdriver. And be careful in swinging this up. You see this connector right here, right? For the AC compressor. So you want to make sure you stay away from that. You know what? I ain't even gonna. Let's get us a pry bar. Pry that up. Be right back. All right, I'm back. Got me a little pry bar here. I'm watching out for that harness. Get on this side of the harness. There we go. And we got our alternator off. And you can see Fisher just pulled up. Eddie! Eddie got our new alternator. So we'll be right back. All right, here we go. Fisher got our brand new alternator here. So we're going to set that down over here. And let's see, we're going to set this down just like that. Make sure that goes right over that bracket right there. Then the other one. And now, what we're going to do is get this right here. Okay, the first thing we're going to take our long alternator bolt, and we're going to try to get that lined up in there and get that started. Okay, great. Go in about a couple threads. Okay. Let's get our next one. That's going to go into there. And then we're going to get our last one, our 13 millimeter. That's going to go on the top. All right. Let's get those tightened up. 15 millimeters. We're going to tighten up first. So I got my 4-inch extension, my 15 millimeter socket. Let's get those tightened up. Get our 13mm deep socket, tighten up the top. We are looking good, guys. We are looking really good here. The next thing we do, let's get our, where'd our harness go? Get our harness. The first thing we're going to do is plug up the back of the alternator. Alright, let's push that tab in to lock it so that clip don't come off. The next thing we're going to do, go over here, take off the nut, put on the big wire. And that big wire has a little, see a little tab that's bending down? You want to make sure it's going to line right up inside there, right there. Alright, there we go. We're going to put that down there. Alright, get our 13mm wrench. This is not super tight. Sucks, this one. What the heck, man? It's a 12 on the new one. So we got, what's our, just gonna get up here and wait a minute, tighten this up. Dang, I have to get my ratchet and tighten that up, man. Alright, let me go tighten. Let me go get my, dang it, wrench or ratchet. Bring it back. Alright, got my 12mm wrench. I'm gonna just go ahead and bring that down till it stops, and I'm just turning just a little bit more. Now this cover is all melted and burnt off. I'm definitely not going to throw it out. I'm going to still keep it up there and hold on as much as it can, because that is like a protector. Alright, the next thing we'll do, you see I still got my ratchet on my adjuster. Left that right up there. And now that's all I have to do is pick up the alternator, pick up the belt and bring it around the alternator instead of taking off the whole belt. Alright, so what I'm going to do is bring my tensioner clockwise. Bring it clockwise to bring that tensioner up, and then I'm gonna put the belt on. Alright, so I'm gonna grab my belt, make sure my pulleys is lined up, then I'm gonna take my tensioner, bring it over, put the belt on, release. Just in case you take your belt off, take a picture of this, look at the diagram, how the belt is going, so you can know how to put it back. Okie dokie? Okie dokie. Alright, next thing we're going to do, let's go up here and put our breather back on. Then we're going to put our breather back up here. Now remember, this breather pushes right on top of there, and then there's two little studs right here that you put them on. So I'm going to put it up here, get it close, and I'm going to connect my air temperature sensor right now. And I'm going to get that lined up in there. Okay. And get that on. And push it on. As soon as I get it lined up in there. You know what, this thing gonna make me get up in here, and I didn't feel like it. There we go. Now it's pushed on. Alright, you want to make sure at the bottom, right down in here, you see the grommet's not on right now, but you want to make sure those grommets are pushed on just like that, both sides. Alright, so now we're going to put our tube in over here. Make sure that thing is even. Alright, and we got the back and this one. Let's get our flat screwdriver and tighten those up. We'll be right back. Alright, we got that all tightened up. Last thing but not least, let's get our negative battery terminal over here. We got wedged down in here. Put it on. 10mm wrench. Make sure it's nice and tight, because if it's loose, you can't have problems starting your car, and you definitely don't want that. Then you have to call me. Alright. So let's get the keys and let's start this up. Be right back. Alright, we got the keys. Let's go start this up. Sounds good. Oh yeah, look at it. Now, how do you know your alternator is working or not? Alright, first we're going to do is pop this little cover off right here. We're going to get our little multimeter right here. We're going to put it on DC volts. A good alternator is going to be charging about 13.5 volts. Alright, and depending on the load, it can go up to as high as 15. And if the battery's dead, it can go up higher than 15 also. So what we're going to do here, stick this one in here some kind of way. Let's set you up right here. Alright. We're going to look at our voltage. Hold on. Give me a minute. Alright, we have 14.1, which is great. Alright, this is great right here. Great voltage right here. We don't have an overcharging issue or undercharging issue. This thing is charging just great. Alright, we'll be right back.
Hey everyone, how's everybody been doing? The doggy's mad. I hear him barking. Okay, so I know you guys have had to deal with Billy Bob, and I have been watching some of the closings that I don't know what's going on there. He doesn't tell you how to get in touch with us. He don't tell you anything about the vehicle. I don't know what's up with that, but let me show you how a closing is properly done. Today we worked on a 2007 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo with 4-wheel drive, a 3.7 engine, and we did an alternator. Hope you guys had fun watching that. And I know there was no bickering because there's no Billy Bob, but you got to learn something.
You want me bickering with you?
No, but you got to learn something. You were paying attention because all you had to do was watch the alternator and how it's done, right? So you had to pay attention.
It's fun, the bickering. Back and forth is fun.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. So if you have any comments or questions, post them below in the comment section, or you can email Timmy at tim@astralautorepairs.com. Hope you paid attention. If not, watch it again. And as you guys know it, if we can't repair it, nobody can. See you next time.